2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. All right, I guess we're just about ready to go. All right, level check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're on Facebook and getting ready to watch the 7:15 live streaming weather show, this is Steve Horstmeyer, Chief Meteorologist here at Fox 19 Now. I'm getting ready. I think I've got almost everything ready to go and be with you in under 3 minutes. Okay, level check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Level check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're working. I hear myself on my iPhone, so be with you in under a minute if you're getting ready for the First Alert streaming weather show live at 7:15. All right, it is 7:15. Hi, everybody. This is meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer coming to you from the streaming center at Fox 19 Now. This is our levee camera shot, so Newport on the levee camera, looking across the Ohio River at downtown Cincinnati. And the bridge you see there, the Taylor-Southgate Bridge, that's the one that ended up being the main artery for southbound traffic across the Ohio River when I-471 was shut down. It's not quite as busy now, and I tell you what, it was never designed to handle the amount of traffic that it needed to handle to keep things going. So overall, let's go ahead and take a look at some camera shots here and see what we've got coming our way. 53 degrees right now at the International Airport. This is Turfway Park. I think I could probably open the iris on that one just a little bit, but there's nothing going on at Turfway Park tonight. That's why it's all dark out there. And this is our tower camera zoomed in on TQL Stadium. Now, FC Cincinnati plays a match there tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. And you can see through there, and you can see some of the seats and all that. That's a pretty nice shot of TQL Stadium. And again, right now, 53 degrees. Now, the normal high is in the upper part of the 40s. We hit a high today of 64. Let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast for the match. 64 as you're tailgating, 59 as the match kicks off, 55 at halftime. We will see some shower activity there. That shower activity looks like it'll peak right around 8 o'clock as a front rolls through the tri-state, and that means there could be a brief thunderstorm. Now, the way it works in soccer circles is if they see a lightning bolt, they'll go into a delay. I don't know if they hear thunder if they go into the delay also. but that is a possibility tomorrow. Not a big chance, nothing severe, nothing that's going to be a real big problem, just a thunderstorm or two that will roll through the tri-state with the front. Now, the high temperature today made it to 64 degrees. The last day it was this warm or warmer was the 3rd of February when the high hit 70 here in Cincinnati. Now, today's record high, 75, set back in 2000. We were nowhere near that, not even in the same ballpark. So overall, we definitely have a nice day today, and we're back into the 60s tomorrow. I think when you see the model run, some of the models are putting us into the upper 60s. And if everything would work out right, that could be 70. I've only got 65 in the forecast for the day tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take a look. Come on, let's go. There we go. At the current temperatures, these are the 7 p.m. temperatures around local airports. The coolest spot is Washington Courthouse at 39, 45 in Richmond, and everybody else has dropped off into the 50s. So we are, again, talking about chilly weather out there right now. And that chilly weather up north is pretty much going to be found everywhere. So by the time we get to the morning commute, almost all of us will have temperatures in the 30s, anywhere from the low 30s up north to the upper 30s down south. And with light winds, the wind chill is going to be on the negligible side. Okay. 24-hour temperature change. It's 3 warmer than it was at this time yesterday in Cincinnati, 6 warmer in Wilmington, 9 warmer in Richmond, and you can see everybody else pretty much warmer other than Hamilton, which is 1 degree cooler, Chillicothe exactly the same. So earlier today when we were in the 60s, we were a good 15 to 19 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. And take a look at these high temperatures today. You can see that Lincoln, Nebraska hit 66, same with Kansas City, 76 degrees in West Plains, Missouri, 69 in Louisville. It doesn't look like, and so there is warm air out there, and if we get enough sunshine, it's not going to be hard to make it back up to about 65 degrees during the day tomorrow. Okay, now this is the next weather maker right here. Okay, now, you know, I don't know what's happened to this, but for some reason, I'm going to have to get our engineers to look at this. For some reason, this monitor looks awful dark compared to what it was. Maybe it's just my imagination. But you can see the shower activity right here. This is a system that's dropping south and eastward, and this is the one that may cause a pop-up shower or two during the late afternoon hours. But it looks like the front with this will make it to Cincinnati right around 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, and that's the system that may very well bring a sprinkle or two to TQL Stadium in the soccer match. So it looks like this. 4 p.m. temperature was expected to be 59. It was actually about 64. We should drop off to 48 by 9 p.m. Overnight, we're looking at a low of 35. There'll be a patch or two of fog in the morning. But with 35 degrees and winds only at 3 miles an hour, there's negligible wind chill tomorrow morning. So roads will be dry as you head out the door. Skies mostly clear except where there's that patchy fog. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s, and wind chills will be close to the same as the temperature because of the light winds. All right, so here's what the models are showing. Starting at 9 p.m., we've got temperatures everywhere in the 40s. Now, we already saw there were a couple spots in the 30s, so the model's not picking up on those little microclimates. By 11 o'clock, upper 30s to lower 40s. As we head through the night, a few showers might pass by us to the north. We don't have any shower activity in the forecast overnight. And 7 a.m. temperatures anywhere from around 33 to as warm as 39. As we head through the day, here's the model that says, look at this. It says 68 degrees in Cincinnati, Alexandria, Lawrenceburg, Maysville. So we are talking 66 in Hamilton. So I'm not feeling like I'm that far out to lunch with a high temperature forecast of 65. Now, if the shower activity you see there at 2:30 p.m. is more widespread and the cloud cover thicker, we're going to have trouble hitting that temperature. But I still think 65 is attainable. And here's the front. You can see the line of shower activity. This is the line of showers along the front. And you can see there's an indication for the possibility of a little bit of thunderstorm activity here. Of course, TQL Stadium right there. So there is that chance during the match that there'll be a little bit of rain, and there's a chance of some lightning and thunder. And if that happens, they will go into a delay, which soccer does all the time. Okay, put that into motion, and by 2:30 a.m. Thursday, it's out of here, and we have nothing to worry about for the Thursday morning commute, but Thursday evening, a few showers will be back into the tri-state. And rainfall totals with this, according to the HRRR model, that's High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model. We just call it the HRRR. high resolution rapid refresh is too much to say. Just a few hundredths of an inch. No big rainfall accumulation, so we're not talking about any kind of a high water situation. So tomorrow, look for the high temperature to make it up to 65. That'll be about 628. And now we go to the Climate Prediction Center. Here's today's updated forecast for the 3rd through the 7th of March. It says warmer than normal for the entire Fox 19 Now viewing area. The 8 to 14 day outlook says near normal. That goes to the 11th of March. And this is the one that was done on Friday that they will update this Friday. But it's holding with near normal as we head to the 23rd of March. Okay, what about precipitation now? Okay, well, this is a little bit above normal here as far as from the 3rd to the 7th of March. About normal or a little bit above through the 11th, and then above normal from the 10th through the 23rd. So we are talking about probably near normal temperatures and maybe a little bit more precipitation than normal. Your 7-day forecast looks like this. FC Cincinnati plays tomorrow, of course, so looks like other than that rain chance, looks like a good day for that. 65 the high after a low of 36. 38 and 51 with showers returning late Thursday. 29 the low, 52 the high on Friday with partly cloudy skies. On Saturday and Sunday, both days highs around 42. Morning low of 34 on Saturday, 26 the low on Sunday. Now, this high of 42 won't actually be the high temperature on Saturday. The high temperature on Saturday will be about midnight, just as Saturday begins, around 50 or so. And then the warmest we get in the afternoon will be about 42. And we often do that. If the high temperature is going to be when everybody's sleeping, I put this in here as the high temperature that you'll feel in the afternoon rather than talking about that. Okay. Yeah, somehow this monitor looking so dark is bugging me. I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes. All right, and then as we head into Monday, the high temperature warms to 44, then 55 on Tuesday with rain and some thunderstorm activity. And again, it's looking like it's too early to tell whether that Tuesday situation will be a severe weather situation, but it has the potential, but not a great deal of potential. Okay, beyond the 7-day forecast looks like this, and we'll look at this in the next graphic. But it looks like we're going to be flirting with normal for a while. We'll be above, we'll drop to below, we'll go back to above. And that is really kind of typical of what happens as we head into, from late February into March. We get variable. Sunshine's stronger, and the days are getting longer and all that. So you get a lot more variations. And just like yesterday, 6 of 7 days here have a chance for some rainfall in the tri-state. Now, when you look at something like this doesn't mean that 6 out of 7 days we are forecasting rain. This is saying that we could see a system come through on the 7th and some lingering showers on the 8th, something like that. But there is enough activity in the area that we expect there to be several episodes of shower activity in that 7-day forecast. All right, let's go to the summary graphic. Okay, we're going to put the high temperatures on there, the low temperatures on there. Now we add the normal lines, and you can see that we go from above to below to above to below to above normal on the high temperatures. On the low temperatures, about the same thing. And if you would average every one of those 28 numbers out and compare them to normal, we'd end up right about normal as we head toward the 11th of the month. So the takeaway from this particular forecast is this. Temperatures variable, but close to normal on the average for that 14-day stretch. No Arctic air outbreak is in the future. No early spring either. We could see, when I say early spring, I mean 70s, maybe a low 80. Nothing like that anywhere near us. Very active, so lots of rainfall, and then there is the small chance of severe storms. And we're looking at the 8th, 9th, and 10th of the month. There probably will be a system coming through then, but some of the models have that system off to the north. Some of them have it to the south, and so right now the models are all over the place. But we are watching for late in the first week of March for it to be a fairly active period with some shower and thunderstorm activity. Okay, can't say it's going to be severe or anything like that now. It just looks like it'll be fairly active. All right, let me go over to Facebook here, see what we've got. Okay, la-ta-ta-ta. All right, on Facebook, it's got some of the regulars. Garnet Rothwell, good evening, Steve. Wasn't it an absolutely beautiful and enjoyable day? I tell you, Garnet, I was on my way to work. I had to come in because we're short-staffed right now, and our new meteorologist, Erin Ashley, begins tomorrow. No, I don't think she'll be on the air tomorrow. You'll see her pretty quickly. She's a native of Milford, went to Ohio University, a degree meteorologist. We're happy to have her, and she will start this week. So that's the sidetrack. So Garnet says, what an absolutely beautiful day. Yeah. I was driving to work, and I saw people on their bicycles in shorts, walking their dogs in shorts, jogging, and I thought, man, I just feel like turning around and going home. But I had to come to work, so I didn't. But it was a gorgeous day. It's amazing how after a stretch of weather like we just had, how nice a day like today can make you feel. We call it vitamin sunshine, by the way. Sarah DeWitt says, good evening, Steve. Hope you had a good day. I had a great day, Sarah. I hope you had a good one, too. Susan Wally says those are great temps, so I guess she likes the forecast. Oh, and Susan Wally loves thunderstorms. You know, Susan, that's one of the things. When I was a little kid, I used to love to lay in bed at night. I'd lay in bed and you could hear railroad whistles from the railroad trains around the Loveland, Ohio area. And when thunderstorms rolled through, I just loved thunderstorms. Just the sound of the rumble of thunder, and sometimes the house would shake. So I'm with you, Susan. I like them too. I just don't like when they get really strong and they threaten the safety of people and their property. And that's why I'm here. We love to make sure that you know ahead of time. Sarah DeWitt says she loves thunderstorms too. Hello, Steve. How was your day? Asked Jeff Beechler. Well, Jeff is looking pretty good. We had a great day today. Tomorrow we'll be back up in the 60s. There won't be as much sunshine. By late afternoon, we could see a few showers in the area. But it'll be a little bit breezier. It'll be about the same. I think we will have a high temperature right around 65 degrees if everything works out. If the cloud cover thickens up too much, that won't happen. But right now, I think we've got just small enough amounts of moisture coming our way ahead of that front, enough warm air being pushed northward that will more than likely make it to 65. All right. So Thomas Sun says, hey, Steve, from Destin, Florida. All right, Tom. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good time down there in Destin, Florida. And Jeff Beechler says he loves snowstorms, kind of the same with thunderstorms, kind of the same. And thunderstorms he doesn't like. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Andrew Betchman says, meteorologist Erin Ashley is a great meteorologist. Well, that's one of the reasons we hired her. And she's we like to hire people if we can that are local. And so she's a local person. She knows, the terrain, all the different communities and all that stuff. And she starts work tomorrow, but I think there's a lot of paperwork in that to do before she gets rolling. But it won't be long before you see her on the air. Oh, and Jeff Beechler says, you remember what I said happened to me when the tornado? That's why I don't like it. Okay, so yeah, I understand. Once you've been involved in something like that, it's hard to let go. Dave Piet says, hey, Steve, keep this nice weather coming. I wish I could, Dave. We are for tomorrow, but when you saw that 14-day forecast, we have some ups and downs. At least we don't have any more Arctic air coming our way for a while. Probably not again. We're not going to see anything really brutally cold that'll last for a while. So I think we're going to be okay. All right. So let me go back. I'm going to go back over the forecast here. I'll review that. I'll start back with, let me just find it. Got so much. Like I said, the way I keep my files and that on the weather computer system is kind of like a sock drawer. You got stuff in there, it's got holes in it that you should throw out, but you just can't. And then you've got two socks that don't match for some reason. You can't find the match. And when I throw them in my sock drawer, I've got two socks that do match, and I don't hold them to, put one inside the other so I can find them. That's just the way I live my life. All right, let's start with this evening's forecast, okay? Now I want to show you the 4 p.m. temperature we had in the evening forecast was expected to be 59 degrees, but at 4 p.m. it was 63 in Cincinnati, 63. So we were off by a little bit on that. So I think 48 is attainable by 9 p.m. and then 37 by 1 a.m. And then as we head into the overnight, you're going to see temperatures drop off into the 30s and no showers or anything. And there might be a patch or two of fog around the area tomorrow morning. in the usual spots like around Lunken Airport or in your neck of the woods. If you drive in the mornings and you know where there's an area where there's a patch of fog, usually that probably will be in the morning. One of the funniest things, clear sky tonight, or mostly clear anyway, roads dry for the morning commute, temperatures in the mid to upper 30s and wind chills close to the temperature. But one of the things that we talk about fog is a lot of fog is local. There's a lot of local, sometimes you get blanket fog everywhere, but most of the time fog is very local. So when Ethan Emery was here as an intern, he was driving from Cincinnati to his dad's home in Highland County, and every day he would put fog in the forecast. And it's like, Ethan, what are you doing? Why are you putting fog in the forecast again? He goes, well, every night I see it on the way home. So we began to investigate it, and it turns out that during the summer, there's a lot of corn on the way he went home. He would drive through these cornfields, and there's something called corn sweat, okay? And corn is a grass, and it pulls a lot of moisture out of the soil and transpires a lot of moisture back to the air. And then at night, as the air cools, you often get fog in cornfields. And one of the other factors there is not just how much moisture it puts into the air, but corn is tall, and if you've ever walked through a mature cornfield, it's tall and it's thick, so that moisture doesn't get blown away a lot by the wind. So the combination of the corn transpiring moisture and the corn, when it's tall, kind of stopping the wind from blowing the moisture away, leads to fog from the corn sweat. And so we finally came, and I thought, why is he always putting fog in the forecast? But every night he ran through fog on the way home, and it was through cornfields and it was corn sweat. So I just thought that's kind of an interesting little anecdote. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got temperatures dropping off by 11 o'clock into the upper 30s and lower 40s. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, everybody should be in the 30s with light winds, so not much in the way of a wind chill. Those showers you saw just stay to the north. Maybe a few quick pop-up showers during the afternoon, as indicated by this model, but not everywhere. Just hit and miss light stuff, probably more like sprinkles than anything else. And then as the front comes through, this particular model has rain and a few thunderstorms mixed in, so we may very well see a brief clap of thunder. No severe weather, nothing like that, no flooding rains, but just a brief clap of thunder. And if you're at TQL Stadium and you hear the thunder, see the lightning, they'll more than likely put a lightning delay on for soccer. And then by the time we get to Thursday at 2:30 a.m., we are pretty much done with that rainfall. Okay, so now if you take a look at the forecast model precipitation total, you can see that we only have a few hundredths of an inch. In some spots don't get any rain out of this at all. So this is not a big rain event coming our way tomorrow evening into the early morning hours of Thursday. Tomorrow's forecast, I've got it at 65 degrees, sunset at 6:28. Climate Prediction Center says a little bit more warmer than normal, about normal as we head to the 11th of March, and then about normal as we head toward the 23rd. Precipitation, a little bit above normal, about normal, and then a little bit above normal. So we're probably going to end up through the first half of March about normal temperature-wise and a little bit wetter than normal. Let's hope not too much wetter than normal, because by the end of March, farmers are trying to get their equipment into the fields already. So 7-day forecast looks like this. Low tonight 36, high tomorrow 65, evening rain and thunder. Showers late again on Thursday with a low of 38 and a high of 51. We're looking at a high of 52 Friday, 42 for Saturday and Sunday. So it does get cool to chilly over the weekend with cold morning, cool afternoon, partly cloudy skies. Monday up to 44 and then 55 on Tuesday as a system comes our way and brings some rain and thunder into the tri-state. After that, from the 5th to the 11th of March, we've got temperatures that'll vary from above to below normal. They keep oscillating back and forth, very typical of late winter, early spring. And you see that low temperatures are on the chilly side. And then here's a summary of that next 14 days. So high temperatures, low temperatures, and when you look at it, we're above and below normal about equal amounts of time on both of them, and that would add up to temperatures near normal with precipitation a little bit higher than normal. And the takeaway panel that I gave you here was that temperatures will be variable, but averaging out close to normal. I don't see any Arctic air outbreaks coming our way. Now, I want to qualify this. Just because we don't have an Arctic air outbreak doesn't mean that one of those storms could hit at night and bring us a little bit of snow. So, but we don't see any early spring. So we don't see any deep freeze into the winter again, and we don't see any early spring with 70s and 80s on the way. Although 70s got pretty close today into southern Missouri, it will be very active with plenty of precipitation, and there's just a small chance through this time of getting any kind of severe weather. Okay, let me take another quick look at what's going on Facebook, and let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I know a lot of people are saying they've been under the weather. Yeah, I know it's going through down here too. Just this, it's kind of like a weak flu, I guess. Either you have it up here in the chest, or you've got it in the gastrointestinal tract. So, and there are a lot of people that are sick with that. And I hope you all feel better. So, and Pamela Williams says hi. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it for now. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do this again. And we do this every Monday through Friday at 7:15. What we're trying to do here is, in our newscast, we've got so many other things we have to do in the newscast, we can only give you a little chunk of weather every once in a while. We're trying to expand that, make it a little bit less formal, talk about some other stuff, have a chance for you to interact with us, and that's what we're doing here. So right now, Monday through Friday at 7:15 p.m., Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m., and right now it's kind of been suspended until our staffing's up until Ashley, here we go. It was Ashley Smith, and now it's Aaron Ashley. I'm going to get that mixed up for the rest of my life. But the 10:15 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday has kind of been suspended until Aaron Ashley gets her feet on the ground, and we get that going again too. So, but we're trying to give you as much weather as you need. I know a lot of times you don't need to see it at all. Sometimes you'll just have a question you want to ask, and other times, like when there's severe weather around, we'll be here doing this to help you stay up to date minute by minute. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Have yourself a nice night, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow.